and we've just had technical issues. We've just been having challenges with Zoom and my computer. I think it's my computer actually. I've got something going on with it, but because of lockdown, the people aren't available for me to take it to the shop. They're closed down. So luckily I've got something else going on at the moment to support it, but we'll see. Anyway, we got on. So welcome everyone. And I'm here with the beautiful Germaine Oris, and she is an angel reader. She talks to angels, and she does hypnotherapy and all sorts of stuff. So I'm not going to try and explain all the stuff that you do, Germaine. You want to just share quickly who you are and what you do, and then we can jump into time and space.
Sure. So, hi, I'm Germaine. I am an angel channeler, and I am an alignment hypnotherapist. And so I help people remove the blocks from their subconscious so that they can actually live the life that they want. And then, and see what and understand their life's purpose and why they've had the challenges that they've had as well. And a lot of it is through time and space, which is the topic that we're speaking about. So we go to the original problem or original time where that the problem might happen. And I do angel channelings for different parts around the world twice a week. And somebody did ask, how does time look like in an angel's point of view? And they describe it as having imagine a ball full of like a string, like a yarn that's twisted. And so it's just this ball. And so the past is here, the present is here, the future is here, and you can sort of take whichever part of it.
Yeah. But it's all on the same string, right?
It's all on the same string, and we can all access it. And so with the hypnotherapy that I do, it's through your emotions, and your soul takes us to where you want to go. So I've met people who have had lives in ancient Egypt. Everybody wants to be Cleopatra. None of them really are. I've not met that many queens or for that matter. But I have met a man who has ascended, and he was gone through, he re-experienced what an ascension feels like. And it was such a privilege to see it. It was such a privilege to know that this man at the beginning of that lifetime was the biggest prick. And then changed his life to be able to not only ascend, but when you ascend, you bring all the other people that you've met along the way, you lift them up a little bit more. So that was a wonderful thing to see. And the feeling he had on his face, it was like a pure ecstasy. And you think, oh my God, how privileged am I to see something like that?
Yeah, that's beautiful. So you're talking my language, of course, we've worked together before.
Yes.
And past lives, I did 7 years of my own integration with past lives. So I wasn't Cleopatra, but I was some people. I remember being Tutankhamun and not knowing that he was a little boy, and I was just on a throne. I said, I've got my feet. I'm a little boy on a throne, and I'm moving my feet around. I had no idea that Tutankhamun was only young. So it was a very interesting process to go through.
It is, and it's lovely. Like when you realize the people you are with today, you were with yesterday as well, and who they were. And I've, it's all lovely talking about, the man who ascended, but most of the times we go into it because we go through your emotional blockages. And I've had people straight into a doorway and their heads are being held down by somebody on a trough. And so you're there quick on your feet because that's obviously where their blockages come from or their emotional traumas come from.
Yeah.
And so with every funny story that I can give you, there's also those real moments in history, their history, wherever it is, past, present, or future, but I have had a man who was lying down screaming, and I didn't know what was going on. He was giving birth in a past life.
Oh, wow. That would have been an interesting experience for him, right?
Oh my God. It's like he's just like, oh, I have better appreciation for my wife.
I was just going to say, I bet he communicated better with all the women in his life, you know.
Oh, he had much more compassion, let's just say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just remembered in this that good morning, Irene. One of the things about this restream is that you can actually put up the comments of people. So, morning,
No.
Irene. Thank you for joining. And somebody else is here that said morning. So, has anyone ever experienced past lives before? Or we've got a few people on here. So, is there anyone that wants to ask Germaine a question about angels or past lives or anything like that?
Yeah.
Definitely jump in here and we can answer it while we're on live.
Yeah.
So Germaine, that's one of the things that people sometimes people don't have the understanding of, that what's going on in the present moment with your emotional blocks can be things that have come from a past life, or
Yes.
a different event. Sometimes
Yes.
it's way back in our experience, and it could be a different timeline or generational history or all that sort of stuff. Yeah. So
Yes.
can you tell us a little bit more about how you work with that? Like what do you do?
Well, so I take you to wherever your soul basically needs to take you to. So it doesn't even have to be your past life. It could be integrating whatever was frozen in when you were 2 years old, even 2 years ago. But more often than not, we go to a past life and we look at a scene, and I get you to go to different events of that life. And then we go to your death scene. Because sometimes when somebody passes away in a different lifetime where they've had many regrets, they make a promise or they make a contract within themselves to do something for the next life. So I've met somebody who has, in that past life, killed many people. On their deathbed in that life, that being who was them in that past life said, let me just be a servant to the people I have mistreated. Just as, as a penance. And so in this lifetime, she doesn't understand why she's being mistreated so much, and that she is basically under the heel of so many different people. And so we're able to then see that and break that contract so that she can start to heal. And then after that, give the power back that she's taken from the people and take the power back for herself. And we speak to her higher self to say what the lesson was, what the lesson is still for them right now, and if there's anything else we need to do to break the chain so that we can complete that. And it could be something as simple as that, or it could be with somebody else. But it is so interesting, and
it's great work, isn't it?
Such
You
a
never know what's
privilege.
going to come up, and
Yes,
it's going to be resolved, and
it is absolutely beautiful. And with that, I've developed my own modality, which is actually talking to your body. So, did you know that your body can speak to you? So I can actually get your brain, your heart brain, and your gut brain to tell you what's going on. I align them, and I even get your chakras to talk to you, which is interesting, to say the least.
It is. I've had my uterus talk to me, but I'd never taken any notice or thought to do any other parts of my body. So that's something I'll have to check out now.
Well, what I've found is the gallbladder is your repository of emotions, and it doesn't discern whether it's a good emotion or a bad emotion. It's just like a filing cabinet. And so many people, so when we go do hypnotherapy and we sort of delve deeper in, their gallbladder holds a series of emotions. And normally the top 10 emotions for many people are self-hate, self-loathing, disgust. And so we ask the gallbladder to remove it. And because they're hypnotized, they're the ones saying it.
Yeah.
So it's more meaningful. And so we remove these emotions from their gallbladder to just flush it out. And different parts of the body holds different meaning to different people, but it seems that the gallbladder and the spleen does hold a lot of your emotional issues. And so it's really lovely to sort of speak to them and go, okay, look, your filing cabinet, or if you're younger, it's like a OneDrive, let's flush it out.
Yeah. So Marianne has asked, is there any angels with us here now?
Yes. So there's Raphael, there's Uriel, there's Michael, Haniel, and Barakiel. And what I found is they like to be known as your big brother or big sister. So they don't want to sort of say they're higher or better than us. And so we've given them, in my angel, I have this conversations with angels. So we have like a chat with angels twice a week. And we found that Michael, we now call Big Mike.
Oh, yeah. Michael's my favorite. Well, not Michael's my favorite because Michael's the one that tends to come to me the most,
Yes.
Yeah.
I always see him at people's backs. So he's always got people's backs.
Well, when I asked that question and you started tuning in, that's where I felt that come down, that energy.
Yeah.
So it's so lovely to have you here. And I think because we mucked around so much and had trouble with it, that unfortunately we've got to off.
Yes.
But, maybe we can have you on again and do some, an example and maybe something about angels so that people can see.
Yes.
You do an angel. You just said you do like a channeling sort of thing, do you?
Yes, I do. So I do what I call conversations with the angels twice a week. The Australian and European contingent is on Thursdays. And it's for a price of a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
A bougie, fancy cup of coffee. It's $5.
Yeah.
And that's it, because what the angels have said, that it needs to be accessible to everybody. And so $5 here could be like 250 pesos somewhere else. So
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There you go.
When we jump off, would you mind going in and just putting in how people can get in contact with you?
Absolutely. Will do.
So I'm sure that there'll be quite a few people on here that would love to attend an angel reading.
Yes.
So that sounds fantastic. And so thank you so much, everyone that's on here. For some reason, again, I can't reply. Something's going on.
Something's going on with the internet today.
Yeah, that's right. So lovely to have you on.
And, lovely to see you again.
Yeah, it's so good to see you again too. And so we'll have to jump on another time. I think I'm booked out until September or something, but I'll definitely get in contact with you and we can do something again, or even maybe a meetup. I could have you as a guest speaker on meetup.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, sounds like
all right.
Take care, everyone. Thank you for watching. And if you're watching the replay, just jump in here and push replay. And if you've got any questions, just still put a question in, and Germaine can go in and follow up with you afterwards. So I'm sure that you wouldn't mind doing that. Take care, everyone. Thank you so much, Germaine.
Thank you. Bye.
See ya.